Alright, it's Jared here from Crypto Plan, and I just thought I would give everyone my thoughts on XRP because there is a lot of fear out there and a lot of uncertainty around this particular crypto asset. And I just want to give you my opinion because I don't think it's necessarily all doom and gloom. I believe there is a little bit of work to go for it to close the month out at some particular levels that I see as giving it some solidness going into the next month and into the next year in particular, but I do think that everything is okay still. But before we get into my take on the charts, I'd like everyone to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and also click that notification bell if you would like. All right, so for anyone that saw my last video on XRP, this trend line still is in place. It's drawn down here, and it can go all the way down there. So if we will continue to go in a downtrend or a bear market, this is the trend line that we'd be following, right? But what we didn't do is follow that all the way. We decided that we were going to break through that. And we broke through that in July, and then we broke through that in August. But then, like most breakouts do, things go a little bit negative and a bit bearish, and they retrace. And then you could see that this particular trend line was then put in place on the way upwards and out of there. Now, by all rights, this monthly candle was always due to backtest this particular level. So we were always able to backtest this 23-cent level based on the monthly chart. Now, given what happened, as in the overextension of this candle, and look how large this candle is compared to the ones next to it. So for 3 months it did nothing. Bang! It breaks through 43 cents. It breaks through 57 cents, which are key monthly levels, and even wicks itself up towards that 81-cent level. Especially on Coinbase there, I think it exceeded that 81-cent level. So it broke through a lot of barriers. So what do things do on charts like this when they're explosive? They come back and they backtest. Now, some traders out there saw this. They sold out here, and then they've bought back in here. And they're going to wait for the next leg up. And I believe that is the case. I believe that the things that are happening right now, the political things that are going on and the lawsuit that is going on will be dealt with in due time. Ripple will defend themselves, and they'll defend themselves on behalf of the entire cryptocurrency community, because I believe that the practices that they were doing are normal business practices for businesses that have products to sell, whether it be gold, iron ore, oil. And we all know about commodities that oil is fixed on its price, and the price is manipulated all the time by OPEC and Shell and all the big players. Iron ore, I know for a fact, being Australian, that Rio Tinto and BHP have enough stockpiles of iron ore to flood the market and completely manipulate the price whenever they want. Just along with China, they can buy and sell it as much as they want to affect the price and create a supply and demand situation. So market manipulation is happening in every market, whether you like it or not. It's just that it hurts us right now because Ripple and XRP is things that we hold, and it hurts us, right? But getting back to the charts and away from the nonsense of market makers and manipulation and whatnot, this wick hadn't come down here when I put the line in, so we've held 17 cents. I think we dipped a little bit lower than 17 cents, but we've touched this green line here, and I think if we zoom in again, we haven't quite touched it. So where did we get to? Like 17 cents flat, I think. So anyone that grabbed it up there, well done. And then we've bounced back fairly strongly off that. So we're not sitting down this line. We're making our way, and I think we did make our way up to 22 cents at some point today. We're down here at the 21-cent mark. I believe there is enough strength, and there's probably enough buyers in the market, and hopefully all the sellers are shaken out now, that the buyers can actually steadily come back in. The bulls can start buying and breaking through these particular levels of 22.05. Then we've got the 24.2 mark. There's another little step at 25, and then ideally this 29 mark, you know, so if we're looking over here in our volume defined spikes here, these are the kind of stepping stones we need to get above to then make the next move onwards and out of there, you know, whether it be to $1, $2, $2.50. I believe it can go as high as $3 still in the next particular move. So let's see what happens. I'm not an expert here. I'm just calling it the way I see it. Being optimistic and seeing the fact that the altcoins in general are depressed over here. Bitcoin is bullish as hell. Ethereum is basically acting like Bitcoin now because it's broken out of all its resistance levels. The total market cap is doing way better than the altcoin market cap, which is all Bitcoin. And there's only still those few outliers that are bullish, like Theta, and even ZIL is not doing that well. And then moving down, you can see some of these smaller cap altcoins are in the green. So it's still a bit wishy-washy, the altcoin market. It's all about Bitcoin at the moment. It's all the Bitcoin show. But I believe when Bitcoin does its retracement and then comes back down to that 20K level, money flows out of Bitcoin into altcoins. The 90% of the XRP traders and volume that happens in the world is outside of the USA. The buyers will come back into XRP. Everything will be okay. Just my opinion, not financial advice. I'm not telling you anything, but I do know that the best way to really win in markets, and I believe that this is where the millionaires and billionaires are made, are the ones that are willing to buy when things are down here in their most fearful, when they are most scary and most depressed, because then the upside is so much more. If you buy here at the tippy top when everything is exciting and hunky-dory and it feels like you're going to the moon in under a week, look what happened. You lost a lot of value, right? So just remember that. Take it with a grain of salt. You know, do your own research, obviously. You know, you can read SEC papers all you like. You can make character judgments on CEOs of companies all you like. But, you know, hey, there's gold miners, there's silver miners for years that have been exploring and finding large deposits of minerals and going, hey, we found a large deposit of minerals, but we don't have enough money to build a mine to get this out of the ground. Hey, you over there with lots of money, can we borrow some of that on the condition that we let you buy our gold at a fixed price for an indefinite period in the future, and you can buy, say, 20% of all the gold we produce or silver we produce at a fixed price that's well below market level, so then you can sell that and make a profit out of it. That happens, right? I don't know whether the issue with, say, XRP is that they didn't report this to the SEC, but I don't believe that the behavior is necessarily that bad. I don't believe it's dumping on the market. I believe that if an investor wants to invest in a business and then in return they want to own or purchase some of the product that the business deals in, the commodity that the business deals in, at a discount for their own purposes, then that's the prerogative between the investor and the business, right? So I'm going to leave that there because I'm far from an expert on the politics of commodities and securities and all that kind of business, but I do feel in Ripple's defense that they have probably been prepared for this case for a long time, hence why they have employed one of the best business banking lawyers in the business, who's probably seen 1,000,001 of these SEC cases in his time. And also they are basically well backed by an industry that is using XRP as a currency, and it is not actually Ripple's currency to use. It is an XRP, it's on an open ledger, and whether or not Ripple exists, people can use it as a cross-border payment. Me or you could use it as a cross-border payment, as long as there is an exchange somewhere that is willing to swap it into other fiat currencies, and that is the case right now. You can exchange your fiat currency for XRP, send it to an exchange in another part of the world, and it can be turned into another fiat currency pending the fact that there is somebody on the other side that is a resident of that particular country. You know, there's obviously rules and regulations around that, but it is able to be used by anyone right now for a real world purpose, and that is international money transfers in a very short time. And if anyone out there has owned XRP and seen how quickly it moves on the ledger, it is instantaneous. It is great. It is a solid product. And why shouldn't a company that owns some of it and deals with it be able to buy and sell it? I'll let the courts decide the rest, and I'll let I guess the market decide what happens. But like I say, I don't think XRP is particularly broken. I just think it is depressed, and it has done this back test and extended way beyond its upward trend line. So all we're going to have to do at the end of the month is change this trend line. We've still got a low and a higher low, right? On the monthly chart, we've got a low and a higher low. So there is still a reversal in the trend, and it is still an upward trend that is set in place there. You know, it's not as aggressive as it was, but you can see the top edge of this. You know, coming next month, 119 is our ceiling, right? So, and then the next month, you know, 142 is the ceiling. So will we flip this line and turn this line here into support? Let's wait and see in the next month. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully this gives you an alternative perspective or some other clarity or something else just to see in the charts. Oh, there's one more thing that I would like to see this yellow line here, this yearly moving average, this 12-month moving average. I would love if it actually closed above 26 cents, because it would just mean that it's above its yearly moving average. And that's, you know, that's another bullish signal that it's still okay. It's still on track to be in that upward bullish trend like the rest of the altcoins. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Please like the video if you value this sort of content that is hopefully not too biased, or it is unbiased, and just kind of looking at the raw data in the charts mainly. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if it suits you, and click that notification bell if you like to. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. I've been Jared from Crypto Plan. See ya.